Hi, I'm Tiana Walker.
And I'm Michaela Osoma.
We're founders of MT4D.
We started in New Haven, in the New Haven Public School. We're from Engineering and Science University of Maryland.
I wanted to thank you guys for inviting us here. It's such an honor.
Okay, paratransit is a alongside service to help people with disabilities go on a fixed route instead of like the city bus.
All right, the current process today, first you must apply in order to use paratransit services. After your approval, you can use a telephone service that calls customer service representatives that you can book your ride and schedule your appointments. After that, users are given a 30-minute period between a pickup window, for example, from 10 to 10:30, so you know when you need to be prepared for your ride. After that, if you need any changes, you need to call during business hours. That way, you can get your changes scheduled in advance. That way, you have no mistakes.
So the technology in place is the automated vehicle locator, which helps them find where the buses are, the mobile data terminals, which logs the departures and the pickups, the IVR, the interactive voice response to give them
Scheduled information.
Scheduled information, and Trapeze is one of their booking softwares to book the rides and put them into the system.
All right, today we did a lot of surveys. We did a lot of surveys and talked to a lot of people. We actually personally know some people who use paratransit services, and these are some of the current issues that they gave us. For example, the long wait time during phone calls. We did some research and we were informed that the wait period should be no longer than a minute, but our responses that we got were either from anywhere from 5 to 45 minutes wait period time.
This is not specific to Greater New Haven Transit. This is across the country, so it's not Connecticut.
Good save.
Thank you.
And then, not enough technology to communicate back and forth. If you don't call in advance, you don't have that ability to get a scheduled ride. It's a slim chance. Then we have the making changes after. Sometimes people get emergencies after hours that paratransit services close and they're not able to change or reschedule their ride in time for them to still have it the next day. Changing schedules is very hard with paratransit services because when it's a telephone service, you have an operator and it's not a 24-hour service. So with an app, we can change that.
Then it's the vehicles arriving after the scheduled pickup time or too early, so then the rider misses the pickup and the uncertainty of how long it's gonna be. So if the ride is too long, then they'll get to their appointment late, and that's just a big problem.
The problem.
The paratransit process for the user, as all the systems are outdated, just been left before now, which is the more technological era.
So we want, with our app, to help give the customers their own voice, to give them the opinion or choices to make their own decisions. Top 5 requests in our app.
Is to review and confirm their reservation. So they said that this was a really good feature because they can always go back and it will also feature their, so they will know that it is confirmed, which is it's better in scheduling.
So like for people who need reminders or couldn't remember what date they set it for, they can always go back and look and have a legible example of what they did. Making changes, that has been the top one that we've had so far. So what we did was we had your set appointment, and then if you want to go back and edit before your ride, say example, if you gave 3 days in advance, but something changed, you can go back, edit, and then wait for another confirmation to come through.
View your confirmed reservations. So these are all of your entire ride history. That when you use them, that you use in the app. You can see them all there, and you can refer to each one as you need.
entering your destination. Now that with our app MT4D, instead of using a telephone service, you can enter it here. You can set your departure time, your arrival time, where you need to go, where you're located. That way you don't have to be on the phone anywhere from 10 to 30 minutes. You don't have to wait that long period of time to get a response from a representative.
Tracking the paratransit vehicle in real time is a big one as well, because if you can see now, you can see who the driver is, the arrival time, where they are exactly. This will help you set a little time to get ready and to know when you should stand out and wait for the bus.
This feature stops a lot of missed rides or no-shows. That way, because there's some people who don't get the call, we're outside, hey, we're here, or are you still using your ride? And that's been a big problem. So that helps stop the people who pay for their services, and that helps the customer service build up. Strengths and opportunities. With this app, we can build the technology and paratransit services to 21st century instead of 20th century. We have reservations. It limits the time that our customer representatives are on the phone. It stops the errors that are made between the services, between missed rides or miscommunication. We need less customer service representatives. Now with this, you get an email, text, or push notification saying your ride has been confirmed, and you'll get alerts the night before and the morning of saying don't forget your ride. It's available to individuals who have sight and hearing problems, so you can monitor that in your settings, change like the dexterity of the site.
The opportunities, it's an open market. It's on, so it's gonna be for everyone to use, and it's gonna be on iOS, Android, Google Play Store, and Windows. A visual platform of faster response time. So when you get your push notification, it's gonna be quicker than you having to wait that period of time for them to confirm. Real-time GPS tracking, you can know where the bus is at all times. The app is offered statewide, so more people will know about it. It's not just the New Haven region and then generic coding, so it's not going to be hard at all for any of the users to use. As time goes by, more users will use the app because we're living in a technological era. So people just will catch on, and it'll speed up how many people know about it and use it.
As for the real-time GPS tracking, what we're trying to do is not only does it show you where your ride is, but depending on the bus that you're taking, we're trying to have it in different colors, so you know where exactly it's at, just in case it shows like, okay, there's one ride here, there's another ride here when you go to book your ride. So if you need, for example, to go to Yale, it'll have buses that are in that area by your house that'll take you to Yale. Weaknesses and threats. So today, a lot of paratransit services use different booking softwares. So to accommodate that, we made it general. And then there's a lot of other states working on a similar app for their cities. So what we were going to do was convince you guys that we can help you guys work across the state with this app, and that we can help more paratransit users be aware of the services that you guys provide and help them get online.
As for threats, we're going to need extra people in coding because, as you can see, we're high schoolers. But for the coding, the learning curve for the transit process, it's going to be a big transition from the operator on the telephone to using the app, and also for the paratransit users from not calling in and having to call in. It's just right there in their phone, so it's going to be a little trickier to learn it's going to be just a little trickier to learn the ropes of the app.
But we learned that, and today, most paratransit users start at the age of 45, so it's not going to be as hard to pick up on it, say, for like a person like elderly who hasn't been exposed to this type of technology. Competitors. We did a lot of research to make sure our app was unique, and we only found one, and it was First Transit. So they kind of have the same thing, but the difference was we have the real-time location, we have the visuals, and we have the different settings. There have been prototypes made, like our app, but they never made it off the ground, they never pushed through with it, and we're the only ones who've made it this far. Next steps, T-Hub, which was a public transportation data center that we were in touch with at UConn. Then we have got offers from the University of New Haven that's currently located in West Haven to help us with our app as well. They've given us some feedback, and that's how we've made the changes of what else needs to be done to help paratransit.
We've collaborated with another idea app concept like similar to ours in Cincinnati, Ohio, and they in turn are reaching out to Oklahoma City and Indianapolis and Louisville to all come together on this issue. We're also trying to apply to become a nonprofit, to have that nonprofit status. And once we do that, we can apply for the grant funding to help move along.
So let's go with CT. So we did some research on you guys too. And we found out that you guys were putting in for $500,000 to help build up paratransit services.
As you can see, these are just for 2016, the $500,000 were saved up. And this is gonna
help with the ramp up dashboards, and we also know that Greater New Haven had got some new vans. So we wanted to not only help with this, but build up paratransit all the way around, technically, physically, and socially.
The CTDOT values measurable results. We endeavor to use the latest technology, which means using the latest technology, you're up to date, you're keeping in touch with your users, which is better for the reach out.
Customer service. So we got a lot of feedback on customer service, and some people say it's difficult to get in contact, especially during peak hours. So with the app, we can limit the wait time, we can decrease the irritation. It helps the customer service reps and your customers. So it can build up how many customers you get yearly, and it'll stop the errors that you have.
Quality of life. Sorry. To maintain and enhance the quality of life, which means the character of the community, helping out the community. This will bring up the community when people are able to use this app and help them make it easier in their daily life if they do use this every day.
MT4D stands behind this value 100%. Growing up in New Haven, we've witnessed the different struggles that people with disabilities face. I have some family members with disabilities, so does she. It's horrible. There was a time where I was on the city bus, and a lady had a doctor appointment, and she was wheelchair bound. But because it was a peak hour and it was lunch hour, everybody was on the bus,
and she was
denied a ride. We want to change those problems, not only socially, but we want to give people like her a better way out, to have her accessibility to get where she needs to be.
Accountability and integrity. So we are firm on the nonprofit idea. We don't want to make people pay to use an app that will help them, and it's cost effective. So we're not going all out. We just want to make it simple for them to use and simple for us to make, so that they can use it.
Excellent. So our solution, we took a lot of time and thought into. This has been a year-long project that we started since September. So we've done trial and error, we've done surveys after surveys to find what we can do for the people to make it better. So we did a lot. We talked to Greater New Haven and see what they thought. We talked to Starfire Council in Ohio, and everybody said that what we have done has changed a lot. So if we continue with this, we can change a lot of lives. team. So, as you know, I'm Tiana Walker, a founder.
Michaela Osuma, also a founder.
It was 4 of us, one of us transferred out and now doesn't stay with us anymore. We have Samir, our programmer. He's in the back of the room here. He has a presentation for you guys after. We have Nick, our web designer. Niall, he does all of our social media.
And advertisements. Okari, he wasn't able to be here, but he does her research. Kelly, she's not here as well. She does our marketing. And
Ina is our marketing and our filmer.
Yes.
So we've come very far since the beginning. At first we applied for the Verizon App Challenge. We didn't make it, but we didn't give up. So we continued to the Samsung Solve for Tomorrow Challenge, and we made it best in state, which won our school $20,000 worth of technology. So as the tablets that you will be using later are part of that package.
We established a partnership with Greater New Haven Transit District, Starfire Council in Cincinnati, Ohio. And we've won Best App in Easton's Mini Expo.
So next week we'll be at Expo presenting to another panel of judges going for the Director's Challenge.
Yeah.
And then we had our presentation today. So we've been working hard to get here. So we really thank you guys for allowing us to present to you guys today. And then next is our Student Innovation Expo on Saturday.